Let's also get into a conversation with Rohan Suryavanshi. He's the Director Strategy and Planning at Dilip Buildcon and a regular guest here on ET Now. Rohan, yet another order win, this time a large one in the mining space. Tell us a little bit more about it.
Hi, Aisha. Pleasure to be back on your show. And thank you. The large order in the mining space that we won is an MDO contract in the state of Odisha. It's a CRML MDO. Let me actually take you back on how we got into the sector. 5 years ago, we started our journey in the mining sector with a small 100 crore overburden removal contract. And ever since then, it has been our endeavor to do longer tenure contracts and not just the overburden removal, but also the mine and the ore removal. So it has been our strategy, and this is the second MDO that the company has won. It's almost about 37,000 crores worth of ordering. And this gives us a order visibility of 25 years. So we will be extracting coal for the next 25 years and giving it to the Mahanadi Coalfields Limited, a Government of India subsidiary, at a predetermined rate.
And do you need higher working capital to fund this, Rohan?
No, there is not a working capital requirement in these kind of projects, because you are not holding on to inventory or ordering raw materials. You just put your equipment, your manpower, and you keep extracting coals, and then you keep supplying it to government, and the payments usually happen on within a 15-day period.
Rohan, things seem to be picking up well. We've already spoken about your views and the takeaways from the budget. So let me ask you a little longer term. Now with this, big revival of sorts that you are seeing in the entire infrastructure sector, where is it that you see your revenue and margins headed, say, not today, tomorrow, next few quarters, but 5 years from now?
Well, Aisha, our goal is basically to double ourselves in the next 5 years. So we're looking at a 15% growth at an annual rate. Now, if you look at us historically, we've grown at a 50% CAGR over the last 15 years. But at the scale and size that we are currently operating at, we think and we feel that a 15% growth from here onwards is very achievable. And in terms of the margins that we are sort of looking at, I think, we've been in the higher sort of teens of EBITDA margins, but we're expecting around 16% or so of EBITDA margins over the next few years, because there's a more diversified order book that the company is now running and operating. Unlike earlier, when we were primarily in the road business and where we had early completion bonuses as well. These other sectors will not have. So we've sort of normalized for that. And that's where we see going from here. We will be in 8-10 different sectors in the next 5 years. We already are in 8 sectors right now. We would have long-term partnerships with, deep-pocketed asset owners where we will keep doing EPC work for them. And we will grow at this moderate pace that we are sort of looking to.
Okay. What will be the key driver here? Would it be diversification of your order book? You just talked about being present in 8 sectors and growing more. Or is it going to be more the asset sale, improvement as well, or rather the asset sale, which is going to improve your balance sheet further? Or is it going to be a combination of both?
So, in terms of the asset sale, that is a deleveraging exercise that the company undertakes. Now, even why do we get into the asset business is it is a way for us to do the EPC bit of those businesses, and after that we want to sell our equity and get our money back, because we're not interested in holding the asset for a 15, 20, 30 year period, because we're not in the yield business. We are an EPC company, and we primarily see ourselves just doing this, churning our equity and moving on. So that is one core part of our strategy, which helps in deleveraging and which helps us also in generating EPC business for the company. In terms of the growth that I'm talking about, that will come from the diversified order book, because the strategy of the company has been that we use our own equipment, we have our own people, we do not subcontract. And we do everything on our own. So using our systems, strong processes, and we're working across 19 states and these 8 segments. So for us, with this massive push that the government has done on the infrastructure sector, we feel that we will be well placed to take advantage of this opportunity, given the scale and size of our operations right now.
Sure, got your point. So on that subject of diversification, given the kind of focus that you have on roads, help me understand where the roads order book is going to be, and where is it going to be as a composition of your total order pie in, say, the next 2 to 3 years?
So, you're very well aware that the road business has been very robust in the last few years. The government of India has come out with record ordering of projects. So even in this time when there was so much ordering happening in our core business, we decided to consciously diversify into other sectors because we wanted to make sure that as competition would increase and as there are other sectors which also would need bigger players and there's more opportunity coming in those sectors, we would like to be participative in that. Now, while the overall road business for us has been increasing in terms of size, it has been reducing in terms of the order book percentage. Like, for example, 4 years ago, road was almost about 90% of our order book. Right now, it's less than 50%, so almost 45% is the road business. Going forward, while I envisage that the overall, road business in terms of size will keep on increasing incrementally, the percentage will keep on reducing. For me to accurately give you a number right now would not be correct, but I definitely see the downward trajectory of the road portion in our total order book as a percent of the total order book.
Okay, thanks Rohan for giving us an overview on the business as well as details of that particular order win as well.